leader.
So,
can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah,
go ahead.
For the men, I guess, in the chat, whatever. Would you like? I just want to know. Would you prefer like? Because you're talking about if a girl doesn't put out, you'll kick her to the curb, whatever. Would you rather a girl that you would meet on the first day and she lets you hit compared to a girl that makes you kind of like work for it?
Good question.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
You want to take this one? Who are you asking specifically?
All of y'all. Like,
Okay.
it's just like a question. Like, because some guys are like, oh,
That's a valid
I
question.
want to fuck with her because she don't let anybody just hit. But then other guys are like, oh, well, no, I want to fuck with her because she'll let, I know
That's a good question.
And
I have one for you guys afterwards too.
I've seen a million answers to this question. Some guys very much like, well, if there's genuine, he's like, I want genuine desire. So she had sex with me on the first date. So, okay, I'm fine with it. And some other guys are like, well, she has genuine desire. She had sex with me on the first date, which means she would have sex with anyone on the first date. And so it's a conundrum. I've seen some guys wait for 3 dates. Some guys wait for one. To me, you guys were saying before, a woman's really attractive and bad in bed. My sexual experience is directly correlated to how hot she is. It is not how good she is.
Just by the looks.
It is. I'm sorry if I'm the only one to say this, but like, if a woman is insanely hot and just does what I ask, I do not care if she's good in bed. That is not what I need. Like my ability to enjoy a woman or two women at the same time is directly proportional to how attractive they are. That's
Are you
it.
Christian?
Huh?
You say you're Christian?
Wait, what's going on? I'm just saying hypothetically, if I would ever.
So you're completely okay, like
fresh. Oh, sorry.
it's like terrible. Like, okay, I'm just saying.
There's no. If she does what I say, she can't really be terrible.
So okay, so as long as she's pretty, the sex is gonna be good.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Men don't need the same emotional stimuli that women do.
And you can teach
You
her.
guys probably done all the work anyway.
What about you? Yeah.
I would just say, because you answered the question. One more time, please.
Basically, like, do you prefer like if you're going out with a woman, like,
first night or to wait?
Yeah, basically.
So for me personally speaking, I would say first night, but not because like I'm in a hurry, but because it's gonna happen anyway. But if we can get out of the way, like who she really is as a person.
But do you think like she's a type of woman if she lets you hit first night? Compared to her making you wait and like earn it, basically.
So Mike mentioned it earlier. A lot of guys will say, you know what, first night lay, she's probably easy for everybody. However, I see it as, okay, she's able to say, you know what, this guy's on some level attractive or enough for me to want to smash the first night.
And y'all are both grown.
Exactly, we're both adults.
Yeah.
The connection's there, it happened.
Yeah.
Now, I want to see after the fact your actions, how you operate, and I'll just test to see how you are as a person after that. So I don't look at it as
so it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
Fresh.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
okay. So again, to get the full picture, I always say time is on your side when you're a man, right? So if you hook up with a girl the first night, that doesn't necessarily mean she's a whore, but you need to watch her and see her behaviors after the fact and kind of have more of a body of evidence. So, because there's girls that will make you wait that are sluts.
Right.
And there are girls that will have sex with you the first time.
That they're not,
there are girls that make you have sex with the first time that aren't necessarily whores. So it really comes down to that's why we tell guys all the time: vet a girl for at least 6 months to a year. Her behaviors outside of that first date is going to dictate whether she's really promiscuous and a whore and worthy of being taken seriously. Not necessarily that first night, because girls will always break rules for guys that they like versus guys that they don't like. So I don't think a guy should penalize a woman for breaking rules for him. You typically want to reward good behavior and punish bad behavior. But I would look at it from more of a time perspective of seeing and vetting her, because there's a lot of girls, like I said before, that will sit there and make you wait for sex when she was a slut in her past. So you know what I mean? Because she'll be like, oh, I don't want to come off as a whore. I'm a reformed Christian or whatever, but she was a slut in her past. And she'll go ahead and try to play that game. Men sell success, women sell purity. So your job as a man is to figure out if she really is pure. And that the only way you can do that is through time. You'll never figure that out on a first date.
So it doesn't matter to you?
No, it doesn't matter. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think it's basically it's like, does it matter or not if she has sex with you on the first night?
But I'm not going to lie to the women either. Understand that there is a considerable amount of men that will look at you and assume you're a whore even if you're not. So it's really on the girl to figure out, okay, what's this guy's status? Does he get a lot of women, etc.? Guys that get a lot of women understand. They're not going to judge you for a lot of times.
Yeah.
But guys that don't get that many women, and you trust me, you'll fucking know when you talk to him, they might judge you for it. So it's on the girl to kind of figure out, hey, okay, how I should move here.